so out of reach for so many people. Some people want to blame the investor, and I can say, yeah, probably a little bit. That's a lot to do with a lot of things. Let's go into it real quick. The institutional investor footprint is shrinking. Why is that? Because the massive gains that we were experiencing the last 2020, 2021, and before, those were like double-digit increases every 12, 15, 20, buying a house and just sitting on it for a year. And all of a sudden, that hedge fund looked like they were doing massive amounts of work. They were just timing the market. The market's been plateaued. It's been on a plateau, up and down a little bit, but not massively over the last 3 years, 4 years, because rates have been so high. Buyers are hesitant, buyers are being picky, sellers are being stubborn. So why would they invest money into that where they can invest and get double-digit returns somewhere else, like the stock market or the gold market or the coin market? There is money to be made in real estate, and that's land entitlement. It's a huge process. It's very complicated. You have to be an accredited investor to do it. And instead of me managing 5 to 10 doors or having landlords, property managers do it, I could take that money that I have and double it in 3 years. So why would I do real estate where I have to fix HVACs and dishwashers and, I don't know, screen doors and replace light bulbs? Oh, my place got hit by a tornado. I better go get my insurance company. Oh, my insurance company is going to go more expensive. This has all happened to me as a landlord. And it, pass or fail, that's just the way things are. When you're a landlord, you are a handyman. When you are a landlord, you are multiple things. There's a lot of advantages to being a mom and pop. But if you look at this right here, and I suggest you read this article because it's very eye-opening. And my suggestion is I'll segue into why we have housing affordability problems here, right? When you're a landlord, you're active. It's not passive at all. When you seek land entitlement, if you want to learn more about it, I'm happy to share what I know. Financial intelligence is all about telling you how to get to the next level and learning about things that I was never taught. I learned over time about different options, and there's thousands of different options out there. Okay, so overall, the institutional investors make up less than 1% of the investor pool. Let's say that there's 1,000, there's 100 houses out there. They're buying 1% of those houses. That's the way I read it. Most investor activity is driven by small mom and pop. Guys like me, I've divested of all my portfolio because I'm taking that money and putting it into land entitlement, which is risky. It's absolutely risky, but it's far more passive. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to worry about the HVAC going out or a tornado hitting one of my units or a place burning down because the tenant wasn't being careful. Top 10 metros by total activity account for 50% of institutional. So it's not all over the United States. It's all over, right? Read this whole thing. It's totally eye-opening. And here's the thing. Where's California? They're not there. Why? Open Door was there or is there. They're still buying and selling. They're still intruding, but they're going to take their time to take their purchase. But for the most part, BlackRock and all these other companies that are out there, they're not going to California because affordability is out the door. So question is, Vito, why is housing affordability so out the door for so many people? Greed. And it's greed that you have and greed that I have and greed that all the institutional investors and mom and pop investors and every buyer and seller on the market has. It's natural human condition to have greed. And when the conditions were right, i.e. 2% interest rates or 2.5% or 3%, whatever you want to call it, there was a lot of competition. And when there's a lot of competition, home prices go sky high. They go uncomfortably high for many, many, many people. So just keep that in mind. Greed is natural human condition. Unless the government deciding that we're going to drop rates to keep the economy moving forward, and politics has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the human condition of greed. And it's not just one person, it's everybody. It's us as real estate agents, it's you as a buyer, it's you as a seller, it's investors, it's the government, it's the lenders, it's the appraisers, it's everybody's involved. So we're all culpable. So is that wrong? No, it's not. It's just the human condition. The Reddit question of the week. I get this all the time because I'm sitting in tons of listing presentations. And I'm like, I don't believe, and people are like, I don't think staging will work. Well, okay, if it doesn't work for you, then don't work for it. But don't complain to me when I tell you that staging works and then you get crappy results. I don't get anything out of it. I don't own a staging company. I don't care. I don't care if you do it or not. I'm still going to sell your house. If you want to get top dollar for it, this is one of the things you should do to sell your house. And it's not just furniture, it's decor, it's stuff on the walls, it's everything. I understand it's like $3,000 and you don't see the financial proof of it, although the staging consortium or association can prove that it increases the value. You want a smooth and steady and simple, stress-free as possible transaction. When you decorate your house is going to sell faster. When you take out the old furniture and put in new furniture and decorate it to modern needs and wants to make your house look like a showroom model floor, like a new home, that's when you start competing. Otherwise, you're going on the wayside, right? Don't forget, there's always the 3Ds: deep clean, scrub clean, wipe clean, declutter, declutter, declutter. No more than 3 things on any surface, right? If you're living in it, absolutely, I have no problem with you being a mess. But if you're selling your house, put it away, put it in a box, in the garage or in a storage unit, and then depersonalize. Get rid of all the pictures. I like a few pictures here and there because it does have memories. The house does have memories, right? If you have quality stuff and a sense of style to lay out, absolutely do it yourself. But if your furniture is tired and old and smelly and smells like dogs, move it out and put it in some staging. Curb appeal, all these other things too, absolutely. You should invest in your house. If you own a house, you should be investing in it, and it shows. If you don't, it shows. So there you go. Enough said. And it goes the same thing with probate sales, estate sales. And if you put your parents into adult living communities, like I did this last summer, when it goes to selling your house, we're doing it for my aunt right now up in Washington, fighting tooth and nail with our agent up there. I get this all the time. It's a struggle. And if you want your parents to move, you want your older adult parents to move, feel like they need to get that out of the way, you need to get them out of the way into another situation, whether it's adult, memory care, active adult, what have you, and then we can start working on the process. Because if they're in the house, there's a lot of memories and a lot of ego and a lot of fear about the next step of their life. Once they've moved into the next step of their life, then they're off and running. Okay, enough said of that. Ooh, I want to see if this works.
Doing up there?
Oh, I'm just posting the number of visitors to the Homes.com network this month.
Actually,
it's become the go-to home shopping site.
Got another 14,000. Oh, 17,891.
Just hand me some commas and zeros.
Plus 7.
What?
Oh, that's sweet. 25,000 more. Any reason why you didn't just go with over 100 million or even a billion visits a year?
Homes.com, the place to find a place.
Okay, hopefully that worked. But here's the thing. I'm looking at this house right here, and we've gotten over 40,000 views on this house from Homes.com. Because I'm an advertiser, I pay for advertising on it to sell your home. And that's part of the whole process. You get the Matterport, you get the drone, you get the 3D floor plan, you get everything, right? And it's awesome. But the most important thing is your house is put front and center on multiple viewers and users of Homes.com. On top of that, it goes to aggregate websites like Yahoo, BBC, CNN, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, all over the place. So we're not just, I'm putting your house out there everywhere. And that's the power of Homes.com. And I love this. I think it's highly valuable. I love the fact that you can see that this place is just getting tons. Well, this one's the listing presentation, right? This is the website. So this is the public side of it. Dashboard, listing, performance reports. Let's go here. We just put Regency on the market. We had 700 display views. That's the ESPN and CNN. We had 139 detailed interested people looking at that property. We've had top of the search results is 3,000 and Matterport views is 13. So it's funny because Matterport, everybody's like, oh, we do Matterport, we do. How many times have you actually looked at a Matterport, right? I actually have my own off-brand version of Matterport, but because I'm paying for this, I get it included. So it's nice to have, right? You get all this activity, top traffic sources, 74% is property search page. Well, that's within homes.com, right? And yet we're still getting 40,000 views. And that's what we talk about every day here, right? More eyes on your listing, more showings, more disclosures, more inquiries. It's important for us to go through and understand how this value plays out and why it's a value to you. So I think it's great. Before I took this listing, I didn't want anything to do with homes.com because the old version of it was they handed us old stale leads, like 20,000 leads, and expected us to follow up on it. And it cost a lot of money. This costs a lot of money, but I see the value already because I'm getting tons of the funnel filled out for me, the top level of the funnel, which is more eyes on your listing, which is important to you and me to make sure your house gets sold. So there you go. All right, March 18th, we have 40 days on market, 128, 90 days on market is 48. Things are starting to jibe a little bit. We still have a very small amount of bank-owned properties out there. And San Jose, Santa Clara County, we're seeing inventory go up a little bit, but there's houses that are selling. In Santa Clara County, we had almost 200 houses go into contract last week. That's 20% roughly. It's less than that. It's like 15%, but still, right? It's great. That's awesome. The demand is there. We just need to get your house ready to sell and put it on market so it can be consumed. Your house will sell, right? Back on market, 59 houses. This is aggregate, right? And then last week we had 5 houses withdrawn, 3 expired, and 24 canceled. So what am I going for here? Well, here's your 40 days on market chart, right? Nothing's skyrocketing. Nothing's going crazy. We do have more houses checking into the inventory in both San Jose and Santa Clara. And houses are starting to sell. We're out of the cold, chilly aspect. We could still hit a cold spell, but I think we're headed for a warm couple weeks. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Vito with Abitano. We'll see you out there. I went on a hike this week and I saw about 4 people